10 Pokémon you didn't realize were huge. Pokémon, been around since 1996, and since the beginning, Pokémon has tried to be as immersive as possible. Part of this often includes ensuring the Pokémon themselves feel real, from their role in their local ecosystem, their designs, and their personalities. One aspect of this is their sizing. Each Pokémon has a bit of biological data attached to it in its respective Pokédex entry, including how tall or large it is. While these sizes usually make sense, sometimes they can catch you by surprise. Many Pokémon seem to be a certain size based on their design, personality, and inspiration from the real world. But, many are a seemingly nonsensible size, being either too small or too large for what you'd imagine. Here are some that fit in the later category, being much larger than you'd likely expect. This is Lonely Mimikyu, and today we will be covering 10 Pokémon you didn't realize were huge. So if you haven't, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any new videos, and if you enjoyed this one, please tap the like button. If you have other Pokémons you would like an analysis on, please leave a comment, as we may do more of this video format if you like it. Without further delay, let's jump on it. This ring-tailed ferret is actually not so little. While Centret and Furret are based on flying squirrels, raccoons, or ferrets, it seems the size of these real-life rodents wasn't considered. Often held as a perfect example of how weird Pokémon sizes can be, Furret is an amazing 1.8 meters. This is above average human height, and much, much taller than the average ferret. Some people already have a fear of rodents, so imagine an almost 6-foot ferret with a goofy smile barreling toward you. No thanks. Surely this small little bug/hermit crab dude that inhabits a rock is not that big, you might think. Hermit crabs only grow to be what, a couple feet tall? Well, in the real world, where things are not always as horrifying, you'd be right. But this is Pokémon, after all. And in this world, Crustle and its giant rock body are 1.4 meters tall. Add in the fact that this terrifying creature is about 200 kilograms, and this is really one crab you don't want to step on at the beach. Not that you could lift your leg that high, anyway. Golbat was introduced in Generation 6 to be a ride Pokémon, which players could use as a sort of taxi service around Lumiose City. This powerful grass-type ram is a powerful mon, able to run at high speeds and possessing a pretty decent attack stat. You wouldn't want to be caught on its bad side. This is especially true given the fact that Golbat is taller than a lot of people, measuring 1.7 meters. At that height, you're basically riding on top of your car to navigate the city. Sounds like fun, maybe? Oh, Jellyfish, how you have haunted the nightmares of so many, you creepy, creepy fish. This jellyfish is a somewhat disturbing Pokémon, floating along ghost-infested waters with an unsettling blank stare. If you're not already a little uncomfortable thinking about these guys floating along next to your boat in the middle of the night at sea, how would you feel knowing that they come in at an average 2.2 meters? And they aren't just huge height-wise, they weigh about 135 kilograms too. You better watch out, especially since multiple Pokédex entries confirm they like to kill people and drag ships to the ocean floor. When you think of Dragonite, you might think, wow, big powerful dragon, and rightfully so. Dragonite is a sweet 2.2 meters, which makes sense. But, did you also know that its pre-evolutions are also on the large side? Dratini and Dragonair might not seem that big, especially the former, as it's a cute little snake friend, but they're actually surprisingly tall. Dratini is an amazing 1.8 meters, and Dragonair is a whopping 4 meters. This means Dragonair shrinks to about half its size when it evolves. Great, another gigantic insect to terrify my nightmares, you might be thinking. And yes, you're completely on the money. There's some debate over whether Dunsparce is based on a snake, a caterpillar, or a Tsuchinoko. But, do you really want any of those things in giant form? Dunsparce is 1.5 meters long. That's larger than most children, meaning it'll probably knock the wind out of you if it pops out of its den as you walk past. Given the fact that it's a snake, or whatever, you don't want to stumble upon this at the wrong time. Often considered one of the most terrifying Pokémon of all time, Gengar measures a scary 1.5 meters. But, its base stage Ghastly is also much bigger than you'd ever expect. It measures only a few inches shorter than Gengar, at 1.3 meters. Poison you when given the chance. Oh, and that gaseous cloud? According to the Pokédex, it's apparently gas that forms in graveyards from decaying corpses and gets possessed, making Ghastly. Sleep tight, kids. It might not come as a surprise that Golbat is a large Pokémon, but did you know it's probably bigger than you'd assume? Golbat measures about 1.6 meters, which might not include its wingspan. Imagine a few hundred of these just flying around in a cave that you're trying to walk through. It's doubtful you'd even be able to move with all of these giant bats in your way. Golbat's height becomes even more concerning when you consider its mostly mouth. With that height, Golbat's mouth is easily a few feet tall when it's open, and it almost always is. That means a small child could easily walk inside of it without touching the sides. Why is it that so many ghost-type Pokémon are so terrifyingly tall? At an insane 3.9 meters, Dhelmise is one of the tallest on this list, and in the Pokémon world more generally. Not only is this possessed shipwreckage scary on its own, but according to the Pokédex, it preys on Wailord, which is one of the largest Pokémon in existence. Humans don't stand a chance. Oh, and it doesn't kill quickly. It apparently likes to drain the life force of its prey. Why must the ocean always be so frightening? Team Rocket ensured we'd be seeing a lot of Arbok in the first few seasons of the Pokémon anime. Jessie's Arbok was always shown to be about as big as she was, which, for a snake, is already unsettling. But, when fully extended, Arbok measures about 3.5 meters. Different species of cobras in real life vary in length, but the biggest measure around 2.1 meters, meaning this guy is pretty long in comparison. It's said to be so strong at constricting things with its long body that it can flatten steel oil drums. Human bones? That's laughable. This is all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Which Pokémon shocked you the most? Let me know in the comments, and I see you in the next video. Lonely Mimikyu, out.